Welcome back once again to my reviews of Ages of Conflict maps that I made myself. Today we're gonna look at the map 1259. If you're wondering why I chose the map 1259, so here, it's because it's the biggest extent of the Mongol Empire, and I think it's pretty cool to have on a map. So maybe you see already, if you know Ages of Conflict, that there are some wars, because now we're getting in stuff where we know more about the history and how the borders looked, so we can more say how it looked back then, and we have more accurate maps. So more like in the last video, there are no American tribes sadly, but there is some in America because there are some Vikings up here, some Vikings. These are connected to them, but we're gonna look at it all later. We're gonna start in Africa. So here we have I'm just gonna try to pronounce these tribes because they're very names that are not so easy to spell. So correct me in the comments if I spelled them wrong. So I'll try to spell them right. So here we have the Mampungubwe. I suppose these are early people from the today Basotho land, but I'm not pretty sure of that. So up here we have the Kilwa. If you know history pretty well, you might also know them because they were like a tribe that got bigger in history and was a pretty okay strong tribe like on the coast from today Tanzania. So here we have the Kitara. This basically is like I like to call them the Gandas because Uganda, Burundi, Tanzania, like Tanzania, you kind of like hear the similar names. So here we have Benin. It's self-explanatory, the early version of Benin. The Mali Empire with their money and had one king there. The Kanem Empire, basically just some people in Sahara trying to survive. I don't know why you would go to Sahara, but okay. Adjiran and Wasangwili, I don't know them. The most of them are just some tribes. Abyssinian State, it's now not the Exxon, so it's already like Ethiopia is already here. Abyssinia, but like their states divided. Rasulids, I think they're early Yemen people. Makuria, these are at war with the Mamluks. You should really know them if you watch this video. If don't, get out, because you should have some good basic knowledge about history. The Mamluks, these are just some Egyptians that survives, because you can see it's going down the Nile River to settle there. They settled there. The Mamluks are currently at war with them. You see that they invaded. So like they invaded so much in that year. The Carthage. In Austria we say Carthaga. Yeah, it's pretty on the name. I don't know how to pronounce them, but they're basically like crusades. No crusades. They conquist us. Portugal is also here already. Castile, Navarre, Aragon, but they didn't conquer this because this is the Holy Roman Empire. The Papal States, also, side fact, the Papal States, because I made this map after, like, I took the map in the last video and made out of that map this map, and the Papal States are basically just the thing I used. Like, they are basically the Roman Empire that are just shrunk and renamed. Yeah, just some side story. Also, here, France, also, these are all dozens upon millions upon billions of states, and I'm not gonna do all of them in one map because it's really complicated. Also here Irish states, England, Alba. These are basically just Scots, Wales. Also they have a little port here Aragon has. Malta is also not settled yet. So I don't know how, but the Holy Roman Empire has this here. I don't know how. Maybe some of you know. Also Cyprus, Sil, and the Latin Empire. I think it's basically Byzantines. Bulgaria also here. Hungary. Up here, Poland and Polo. I don't know what the fuck Polo is. I really don't know. Sorry for anybody who comes from Polo origins. I don't know. Lithuania. The Holy Roman Empire again up here, but I think these are the the Teutonic Order and stuff. So here we have Denmark with these borders. This would be a little familiar, like the Kalmar Union, but it's not already here. Sweden with their stuff here, and obviously the big boy, the Mongols, but I'm not gonna talk about them yet. Also, the Mamluks. I don't know how they got here, but they somehow got this part. So here we have again some from the last video survived, and also this weird Sri Lanka. Limuru, Jindavis, Katadiyas, I don't know all of them. The Delhi Sultanate. I just remembered that this existed, but it's pretty cool. Also Nepal, early version. HRP, I don't know what that name is, just some short form, I guess. The Khmer, maybe you know the Khmer Rouge from history, and if you know the Khmer Rouge from history, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say more. Look it up if you don't know it. Also here we have this empire, basically a early Indonesian empire, also pretty cool. Also the Khmers at war with the Mongols. Also Pong. Song. This, like, you can see that these like parts that are like have like other forms and stuff, a little other color. They were conquered by the Mongols, and the Mongols are also still at war with all of these people. Also they also invaded Goguryeo, because this is I told you in the last video that this is the memorable Korean Empire from 117. So I'm gonna just look around, maybe some, no. Okay. And obviously the Mongol Empire itself, the big boy. If we look at the stats, yeah, of course the unclaimed territories, but the Mongol Empire